I don't think it's handy. All right. Okay, so we're going to talk about the right and the left sides of the brain, and everybody knows that you have those, right? They work together. We have to. You know, the right side of the brain works with the left, works the left side of your body, and the left side of your brain works the right. And we know that's happening in science, but we're not really concerned so much about the movement. We're concerned with how you're learning. Okay, so we're going to take a couple of tests, not tests that you write with, but just in your mind, so I can see how you learn. Everybody learns differently, so it's not a big deal. All right, so the first one, I want you to close your eyes and don't open them until I tell you to. Okay? I'm going to say a phrase, and then you're going to tell me the first thing that pops in your head when I tell you. Ready? A glass of water. Open your eyes. What'd you see?
Glass.
Okay. Did you see the words a glass of water? Anybody see the words?
I did. I saw the word cup.
Okay. If you see the words glass of water, then you're more than likely a left brain learner. And let me explain that to you. You don't mind anybody standing up here and lecturing to you. You can take notes easily. That's fine. You can, if somebody just talks to you, you can get it. You don't have to see it. You don't have to have somebody write a chart for you. You don't have to do any of that. How many of you saw a glass of water floating in the air? Anybody see a glass of water just floating in the air? Okay. Or how many of you saw a glass of water sitting on a table? You did? Tell me what it looked like.
My kitchen.
It looked like your kitchen?
Looks like one of those drink ads or something.
Yeah.
Like really nice blue water.
Okay. Did it have ice in it? No ice. Did it have, was it half full?
It had like a little bit of space left.
Did anybody see anything differently? Okay, which one did you see?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I thought we were thinking of like a word that were. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what
I was confused.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you another test. If you saw a glass of water sitting on the table, you're a right brain learner, and that means it's going to be easy for you to learn to draw, or you have been drawing before. And that means it's easy for you to see spatial relationships. It's going to be easier for you. We're going to take one more test, and it's going to help you. Does it bother any of you to read those words with your and want to? Can you say those words easily without being confused by the color of itself? Okay. All right. So it was easy for you to say yellow, blue, orange, black, red, green. I can't do it all the way through. I can't do it all the way through without saying the actual color of the word, because I'm a right brain learner. My glass of water is sitting on a wooden table. My ice was in my glass. There was condensation around my glass, and my ice was moving in the water. That's how right brain learner I was. I am. And I have a hard time reading all of those words without the color of them bombarding me. Regardless of how you go about learning, I'm going to teach you how to draw. And in order to draw, you have to see. Drawing is all about seeing, okay? No matter what, it's all about seeing. So let's look at the two sides of the brain. The left side of the brain is very analytical. You can put everything out rationally, your math and your science, all of that. The right brain learner is expressive. We're all about it. You talk with your hands. You think real deeply. Sometimes you have feelings that are deeper than other people that are left brain learners. But I'm going to tell you, if you'll see those bridges, you use both of them all day long. But in my class, I want you to try to train your brain to your right side taking over. And we're going to do a couple of things that help that. So in order to shift from right to left brain mode, what do you see? A person's face. And you still see that? What do you see now? Or do you see something different?
Oh, I see a glass.
I can see both of it.
Yeah, I see.
But you had the very first thing you saw was probably two people because you're already thinking about two people, and then you see the base, right? So this is positive and negative shapes because here the positive shape was the face, right? That's what you saw. That was your positive. And your negative now and your positive are different. Like for Reagan's, she saw the base first. And I saw the base first too. Because I was so looking at, of course I've seen it so many times, but once you see that face, it's hard to not see that face, right? So let's look at this one. What do you see?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I see a map and
And now what do you see?
a face.
You see a base?
Really weird shape face.
Yeah. And then
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this drawing right here. The drawing was done by Pablo Picasso. It's of his friend, and he did the drawing itself to be out of proportion on purpose because Pablo Picasso saw things in a different way. He could draw. Gabby, I'm going to let you take one of those and pass it. He could draw beautifully, realistically, but he wanted to push himself further. And so what he did was he took a lot of things and exaggerated them. He went through a period of the rose, the blue, and finally he did cubism as well. But he did them in a different way of thinking. And so what we're going to do is you're going to draw this drawing upside down. So you're going to turn it upside down, and you're going to draw it upside down. Now, one piece of paper, and as the stack of paper gets that way, you're going to take the stack and move it back this way. So one of the papers you're going to do is you're going to put it underneath, like so. And as you draw those lines, get down and draw these lines, and you'll draw these lines, and you'll draw these lines, and so on. And that just helps you not get lost. I tried this on a couple of classes last year, and it seemed to work better for some of them. If you can just look at it and draw upside down, then you just take it and do it. But on that other sheet of paper, wait. On the other sheet of paper, the stack of paper, bring it back this way. You'll get another sheet of paper to draw on. So one sheet of paper is going to be your sheet of paper to kind of move down on it, and the other sheet of paper would be your piece of paper to draw on. And no, you're not tracing it. You're actually looking at those and drawing. So if it were me and I was taking it, I never used the sheet of paper as the blinding part, the part that I'm tracing with, not tracing, sketching. But like if I was going to do this project, I would say, okay, I'm going to go straight down, and then I'm going to take this other line and put it right beside it. Then I've got this shape that's more like a little teardrop coming through, and that's the way I would approach it. But if it seems more comfortable for you to bring it down, and you can draw just parts of it at a time, you do that. Now, why are we drawing it upside down, you think? Okay. If I told you to draw it like this, you would say, I can't draw a man. But now it's just a bunch of lines. So you've taken what you know out of the equation, and you're looking at actually the lines themselves, and you're just drawing lines. It is not for a grade. It is just for you to practice with, because we've got to train your brain to see with the right side. Now, what you'll notice is if you start concentrating, you're not going to talk. You're just going to be concentrating about how you're doing the drawing. We're going to do some other exercises, but I want y'all to work on this today. Okay? Any questions? All right, I want you to fill up the whole page.
Upside down.
Now, why is it not